Morning, Scott in Colorado here. Thought I'd share a police story with you. I had been called on the radio by two other officers who had just apprehended a suspect involved, who was the son of the complainant. The son and father had been drinking at their father's trailer, and they both got violent and argued when they drank, and that's just what they did. The son ended up busting up windows and doors and stuff in the trailer because he was angry. I was called and asked to go obtain a witness statement so that they could go ahead and take this guy into custody and charge him. Well, he's also going to be DUI. But anyways, they wanted to get a witness statement fresh. Well, Dad was drunk. I drove up to the trailer. There was a street lamp that he had installed directly over where I parked at the end of his trailer. So he's only about 45 feet away from me. Open up the door of my squad car. It's a black and white. It says police in 18-inch high white letters on the side, block letters. This happened about 1984 or so, 85 maybe. Got out of the squad car. This guy steps out. I haven't even got my door closed. I got a flashlight under my arm, notebook, and to get a witness statement. And this guy steps out of his trailer, and he just aims his .44 Magnum right at me. It's like, what the heck? Does he really think I'm his son or something, come back to kill him? So he points a .44 Magnum at me. How do I feel? How did I feel? I'll tell you how you feel when that happens. Your blood turns to ice water. It just fills you with this cold ice. And I didn't freeze. Freeze was the wrong thing. I quickly dropped my notebook. I pulled my own gun out, a .357. I brought it up on him. And it is amazing how time slows down in situations like this. This isn't the first emergency type situation I've been in. Things turn blue, not the color blue, the blue. If you haven't been there, I can't really describe it to you. It's blue when your life is in danger. Things slow down, time crawls. I was amazed at the size of a human target in my sights. I started to pull the trigger, pulled the trigger, and the hammer started coming back on my .357, and I knew when it was going to break. I was one of the top shooters in the department. I knew it was going to break, and I knew I was going to hit him right square in the 10 ring, right in the heart, because I had to stop him immediately. As the camera came back, I was about to fire a voice. It was almost an audible voice. It was a more penetrating than an audible voice because it hit me right to the core, and it was very quiet, but very succinct and precise, and I knew I needed to listen to that voice in it. The voice said, "Don't shoot, you're going to be okay." Didn't need to repeat itself. I heard it right to my core, the core of my soul. I kept on screaming at him to put the gun down. He didn't want to. His ego was involved. He took the gun and he stuck it in his pants. A .44 Magnum in his pants, all right? Ended up having to fight him, fought him in the trailer. He finally took the gun and tossed it out on the grass, he tossed it in the trailer, that's what it was. Tossed it in the trailer. I had to fight him. I finally fought him for about 3 minutes. He was about 3 inches taller than me, outweighed me by about 25 pounds, and he's about 20 years older than me, 18 to 20 years older. Fought him until I got behind him and choked him unconscious. It was a carotid control hold. It was very, very effective control, saved my life. You could hear police sirens from miles coming to my assistance because I called 1088, that means man with a gun. Of course they got there and everything was over. When you need a cop, when seconds count, they're minutes away. It took them about 5 minutes to get there. At their speeds, they hit over 100 miles an hour to get to me. They're about 3 miles away when they heard my call, two officers, the closest officers. But you can never find a cop when you need one, can you? Doggone it.